Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to sit in front of the camera and get ready with you guys. I'm going to do a real quick and easy makeup look and then probably just style my hair real fast too. So probably some easy curls, waves with curling wand. And then I also kind of want to talk to you guys about my first month as being a mom. My son was born August 1st, so I kind of wanted to get back in the routine of making videos, and it's just some stuff that I wanted to share with you guys, and I figured let's just sit down, get ready, and have a little chit chat. So if you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up at the end, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you kind of like these style videos, let me know so I can keep making more, because I would love to share my new journey with you guys too. So let's get started. So today, to prime my face, I'm just going to use the NYX Photo Loving primer. I have the lavender one that I'm going to use. This is really affordable at Ulta. I think I picked this up at Ulta, so yeah. And then I'm going to use foundation, the Wet n Wild foundation, and I have it, no, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And I'm in the color Soft Beige. So like I said, my son was born August 1st. And we are in Columbus, Ohio, and he was born August 1st at 2:48, and I was induced into my labor. My due date for him was July 25th, which was the day before my birthday, and the day was approaching, and we ended up passing our due date, and then my doctor just decided to go ahead and schedule our for me to get induced, just in case there were no changes in my labor. So we did go into the hospital at 5 o'clock in the morning on that Tuesday morning. I was given the Pitocin, I think is a medication that they give you to start your labor, to induce you. And about an hour in, I think I started feeling contractions, and they came on pretty heavy on. They were really painful, and almost right away I asked for the IV medication that they give you. It's not the epidural yet, but I did ask for the IV medication, and they did that, and that felt really good. I was kind of being a wimp and was not handling the contractions really well, so that was hard. I was able to sleep probably a couple hours more, and then I finally asked for the epidural. The IV medication had worn off, and at this point I was, I think, about 4 or 5 centimeters dilated, and yeah, that was painful. So I got the epidural, and they gave me like the clicker to kind of keep putting in medicine as I needed, but I didn't need it for a couple more hours, and then next thing you know, I'm like 9 centimeters dilated, and I'm like pushing this button like crazy because I was starting to get the contractions really bad. The pain was, for me, it was a 10, and I knew we were about to start pushing soon, so I started hitting that button. And yeah, so then when it came time to start pushing, the process to me didn't seem like it was very long. I think it was, for me, it felt like it was really only 20 minutes or so. And my mom and Sammy were like saying it was about an hour and a half from when they called the doctor down, when they started prepping me, and when I started pushing to when he was actually born. So he was born at 2:48 on August 1st, and we named him Sidan Ray. He actually was over 24 hours old before we actually figured out what we were going to name him. So that was crazy because I was so over calling him like my baby, my boy, my baby. But then we finally just like wrote down a list of what our options were, and yeah, we finally picked one, and I'm really happy with the name, and he looks like a sedan. It's something different and unique, so that was kind of what we were going for. Real quick, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Express for brows and eyes. Mine is in the shade brunette, and it's really old, but it's got a wax, 2 brow shades, and then an all over, 2 all over eyelid shades. So those are right there. So that happened all on Tuesday, and we came home Thursday. And I tried breastfeeding for, I would say, the first couple weeks. My son did not latch in the hospital, and he didn't latch when we got home. I saw a lactation consultant, and she was really helpful and really encouraging. So I kept pumping to get him the breast milk, and I was putting those in bottles, and then he was eating just fine. The only problem was I wasn't producing enough to actually fill him up. So that was kind of hard because I was pumping every 2 hours and feeding him every 2 hours, but I wasn't keeping up with the amount that he needed to actually be full. So we were supplementing with formula. And he just, my supply was actually going down, and he actually needed more as he was, as the days were going by, and then as he was getting older. So he's actually now up to 4 ounces. He started at 2 ounces. He's now up to 4, and I just couldn't keep up with that. So about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks in, I finally decided to call it an end to my breastfeeding journey. Anyone who's ever breastfed, even though my breastfeeding journey was so short-lived, it was really emotional. Like I felt like I wasn't doing good enough, but I realized too that the stress that it was causing was not worth it. Like, it was almost like I was attached to the pump, and I wasn't even making enough supply for him. So that was really hard for me to give up on, but it was for the best. And he did get the antibiotics from the first few weeks of the milk that was coming in from me. So there's definitely like no prepping for parenthood, I would say. Breastfeeding though, even though I only did it for a couple weeks, definitely, at least for me, I definitely noticed that it helped getting back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I gained about almost 40 pounds. I wasn't quite at the 40-pound mark, but I was really close. And pretty much the entire time I was breastfeeding, the weight was coming off like boom, boom, boom. And I think I went down between 20 and 25 pounds. So I have about 15, 20 pounds to go. But since I quit breastfeeding, it has been so much harder to get off. So I'm not back to my pre-pregnancy weight yet. I'm trying not to stress too much about it though, but it's really hard. Anybody that's like, just had their baby, you want to bounce back so quick, but you did just deliver a human being, and it took 9 months to create that. So hopefully it doesn't take 9 months to get back to my previous weight, but at the same time I'm like, it's not gonna happen immediately, or at least overnight. So one of the hardest things I think about being a brand new mom is, yes, you're gonna have sleepless nights, but how you actually feel when you're sleep deprived is insane. Like, I think that's why so much of like me being so emotional had to do with just the lack of sleep and the sleep deprivation, and trying to stay up with him and not knowing like why he's screaming, why he's crying. Like, it almost hurt my feelings because I was like, he's my son, like I should know what I should do to calm him down or what's wrong with him. And then you're tired, and then he's screaming, and you don't know how, like, he's up for hours and hours, and you don't know what to do. So that was incredibly hard. And this is how hard parenting is. I'm using cloth diapers, and the fact that cleaning off poop off of a diaper and then washing it and reusing it is not the hardest part about this. Is kind of crazy. Like, I really thought cloth diapering was going to be a little bit harder. It's not. It's kind of a piece of cake compared to everything else that is involved in parenting. So I'm like, that's how hard parenting is, at least for me. You know, I love him and everything, but whoa, it was a slap in the face. Like, it's true when people say you cannot prepare, like nothing will prepare you to be a parent, they're right. And I didn't believe it until now. But so moving on to the eyes, I'm going to use the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. And like I said, we're going to do something really simple and easy. So I'm probably just going to stick to the colors in the first section, which I think are like the more like neutral colors. So, or maybe they're, yeah, pretty neutral colors. So I'm going to dip into this base color and just kind of put it all over. Like I said, we're going to keep it real basic today. And this would be a lot faster if I wasn't chit-chatting with you guys. But it really is a quick and easy routine. A lot of people ask me why I'm cloth diapering. Like, my little brother found out I was cloth diapering and he was like, are you poor? Are you broke? Like, do I need to send you care packages and diapers? And like, it's not at all that we cannot afford diapers. But me personally, like, if I don't have to buy diapers, that's awesome. That's like a lot of money we're going to be saving throughout the time that my son is in diapers. And then also, you know, it's so environmentally like friendly. It's approximately, I think 10,000 diapers is what they say a child uses, you know, before they're potty trained. And they're estimating it takes up to 400 years before a diaper disintegrates. So before a diaper disappears into our landfill, okay? So we were like 10,000 diapers. Like, if we can help lower that number, like, that's kind of like our little, like, you know, grain in the sand of like us doing our part. So Sammy never gave me a hard time about like using the cloth diapers. He was all about it when I told him that that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. I will reach for disposables every once in a while, but it's usually when we're like out and about. Like I said, I wasn't going to do anything fancy, so I just took the next lightest shade in the brown, the lighter brown, in this little quad of the palette, and I just ran that into the crease. And so that's all we're really going to do for the eyes. And then taking my NYX liquid black liner, I'm just going to do a small wing. For a lot of people, like, eyeliner is not quick and easy, but if you know me, I always have liquid eyeliner on, so this is like not adding much to my makeup. For blush, I'm going to use the MAC Simpsons collection. This is not available anymore, but it's called Pink Sprinkles, and it's just a really pretty pink. And to bronze up, I'm going to go into the Revolution Makeup palette. No. Revolution Makeup, and this is the Ultra Blush palette. And this is in the shade All About Bronze. So we have a bunch of bronzy shades. And I'm actually going to mix in, I think I'm going to mix these two colors in here. And just kind of warm up the face a little bit. So I feel like a couple things that, well, one main thing that a lot of people don't like to talk about is stretch marks after pregnancy. So nobody wants to get them, and there are lots of women that do rock on. But yeah, I did end up with not a lot of stretch marks, but I did end up with a little bit. So, and I'm using cream for them, but I figured if it didn't work to prevent them, it may not work a whole lot to get rid of them. But for highlighter, I'm actually going to go into the same palette and use this shade right here. It's not a very strong highlight, so I may go over it with another one too. So I think that's it for the hair. I'm not really going to do anything crazy with the lips. I'm probably just going to go over it with a lip balm or like a lip gloss and stuff, and yeah, not really worry about color right now. Like I said, this is pretty much what I've been wearing like when I get out of the house. It's just fast and easy, and I don't have a whole lot of time with Sidan right now, so but I will be having more makeup videos and actual tutorials coming up soon, so keep on the lookout. So this is 2-day-old hair, I believe. Yeah, I think it's 2 days old. So I'm just gonna brush it out real quick. And I'm gonna spray it with the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. So I don't think you guys can tell on screen, but my hair actually got really long during my pregnancy. Let me see. So it's almost to where my nipple's at. So yeah, it got really long during pregnancy simply because I didn't color it. I colored it once at the beginning of my pregnancy, and then I left it alone for the rest of the time. I didn't cut it throughout the entire pregnancy, and I still have yet to cut it since I've had Sidan. And then the prenatal vitamins obviously helped. And towards the end of the pregnancy, that like, you know, full head of hair that everybody talks about, like it definitely happened to me. I loved it. I haven't noticed a whole lot of hair fallout yet since I've had Sidan, so I will keep you guys updated if that does happen. But yeah, just ignore the color that's going on right now, because like I said, I didn't color it throughout my entire pregnancy, and I did put like reddish brown a couple weeks ago, but it didn't take that well, and I think it might have had to do with the fact that like I was still breastfeeding, so some of the hormones might have affected that. At least that's what I was reading, which is why I didn't color my hair during my pregnancy, because you don't know how those chemicals are gonna, you know, react with your hair during pregnancy. And it's kind of the same thing when you're still breastfeeding. So yeah, I haven't decided officially yet what I want to do with it. I think I'm debating to go red or go darker, like blackish brown. So I don't know yet, but so that's a little update with my hair. So I'm just going to take a curling wand. I'm using the Bellamy 6-in-1, and this is what that looks like. This is the second to largest barrel that it comes with, and it has this attachment and then 5 other attachments. But this is just the one I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to section my hair off like half up, half down. Graph pretty large sections and then wrap them around. And yeah, so this will be fast. One of the last topics that I really wanted to like hit in this video about like being a new mom is, before I had Sidan, like I was so like sure that like I was not meant to be a stay-at-home mom. Like it was just something that like I knew right away. I was like, no, like I didn't feel like I had like a calling to that. And I'm not really sure that I do now, but like just the thought of going back to work now is like, oh my gosh, like I want to spend a little more time with him. And yeah, that's definitely something I've been thinking about lately. Like, oh, like, you know, it's like I said, I still don't think that I'm meant to be a stay-at-home mom, but like 8 weeks is originally what I said I was going to take off. I'm pretty sure I'm extending that to 12 weeks, but it's like that time went by so fast. So I mean, I kind of want to know like everybody else's opinions too, like how you took going back to work, if you went back to work, and then how much time did you take off, and you know, or people that are like now stay-at-home moms, did you think you were going to go back to work, or how did you decide, you know, to stay at home? Was it something that you wanted to do? Was it a decision between you and your significant other? But that was definitely something. And Sammy and I were both like, from the very start, like I was so happy that he wasn't pushy about me staying at home. Like he encouraged the idea of me going back to work. Now that like it's almost time to go back to work, I'm like, maybe I do want to stay at home, or at least stay at home a little longer. So, but yeah, let me know your guys's opinions. And so we are done with the hair. Like I said, it was something super, super easy. I just did real big curls and then kind of run my fingers through it just to loosen them up, because I don't want them to look really tight. And then I don't really ever do like a specific part like in my everyday hair, so I kind of just mess with it here until I kind of find something that I like. So yeah, so that's it. I know this probably didn't seem like a real quick and easy, you know, hair and makeup, but it's mostly because I was here talking to you guys, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on how I'm doing, how Sidan's doing, and kind of like some of the, not barriers I would say, but just some of the things that we've kind of had to tackle on lately now that I'm a new mom. So, but yeah, we have made it down 1 month, so I think we're doing good, and he's getting adjusted to this new world, and I'm getting adjusted to this new life, and I'm really happy. So I have my little family, and Manolo, my dog, he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. But yeah, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos, because I definitely would like to keep you guys updated and posted with Sidan and him growing up, and then how we're doing and how our home life is changing and evolving. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.